send roses or hold the door. I won't remember which dress you wore. My heart is too much in control. The lack of romance in my soul will turn you gray, kid. So stay away, kid. Forget my shoulder. If you're in need, forgetting birthdays is guaranteed. And should I love you, you would be the last to know. I won't send roses, and roses suit you so. My pace is frantic, my temper's cross with words romantic. I'm at a loss. I'd be the first one to agree that I'm preoccupied with me, and it's inbred, kid. So keep your head, kid. In me you'll find things like guts and nerve, but not the kind things that you deserve. And so while there's a fighting chance, just turn and go. I won't send roses, and roses suit you so. That's from Mac and Mabel. I won't. Though April showers may come your way, they bring the flowers that bloom in May. And if it's raining, have no regrets, because it isn't raining rain, you know, it's raining violets. And when you see clouds up on the hill, you soon will see crowds of daffodils. So keep on looking for the bluebird and listening for his song. Whenever April showers come along. All right. It's a nice short little one. There's some There we go. I was definitely muted. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 7th episode of Daniel Sings. Now, I should probably come up with a better title, but that's what it is for now. So tonight's episode, which I still have as Tony Winners Night, so I should probably fix that, huh? This is why I need like some assistance here. Let's see if I can quickly change this. We're not doing Tony Winners Night. That was last time. Last time was Tony Winners. Tonight, we're doing, you'll see in a second here. We're doing something else. Okay, that should update right about now. There he is. Happy Memorial Day. Now, of course, tomorrow is Memorial Day, but we're going to start today with some songs that are patriotic in nature, to tribute both our wonderful country that we live in and then also those who helped serve our country. I know that my family has many people who served. I have uncles, my grandfather, and now cousins, and who have served the armed forces in some capacity. So thank you to them, and thank you to everyone who does that. So I thought tonight, seeing as tomorrow's Memorial Day, we could sing some songs that are either a tribute to them or the country, or are patriotic in nature, or from a show that deals with war and deals with some of the difficulties that people go through in war. Nothing too heavy, of course, but. So let's see who we've got in chat. So far we have 4 viewers, I see. I see my mom's in there. Hi, Mom. I probably should have said hi right away. We'll give people a couple minutes, I guess, to hopefully come join. I didn't post anything on the Marco Polo. We could do another one on the Marco Polo. I don't know how often people check it. I post on my Instagram, so if you're following me on Instagram, you would have seen it in my story if you look at those. Let's see. Nope, that's my dad. That's Becky. Okay. Well, we'll give everybody a couple minutes. Maybe they can join, and then we'll get started singing. So this music that when I was looking for this music, I actually had a rather difficult time to find at least musicals and Broadway shows that were based on patriotism. It's interesting. There were shows that came out post-World War II, many of them, that celebrate America and a lot of the ideals that I think a lot of people think America stands for. And while that was true, like On the Town or White Christmas, which deals specifically with World War II, the songs from those shows don't tend to talk or discuss America. They discuss the relationships of the people within the show, which is appropriate, right? Guten Abend, Omi. I just saw your message down there. Guten Abend. Yeah, if I'm looking down, it's because I've got the chat down and you guys are right up here. So let's get started. We'll start off. We're going to start off with a song that's not from any show. It's not from, it's just a song that stands in its own right. One that many people know, but it was composed by a man who did write a lot of shows, who did compose a lot of songs. I believe I've sung a couple of his songs already. His most famous one, as I was telling my parents today, which I think they already knew, was White Christmas, the show that I brought up earlier. And this song is maybe one of the most well-known songs about America, possibly, other than the Star-Spangled Banner. And it's God Bless America. This, of course, was written by Irving Berlin. It was written in 1918. So he wrote it during World War I, and then he revised it, actually, right before World War II. It was first recorded by Kate Smith, who I don't really know who that is, but I wonder. It'd be interesting to hear her rendition. But Irving Berlin was a famous composer, wrote many songs that we're familiar with, like I mentioned. And yeah, so he wrote this song while he was in the Army as a tribute to America. So we will start with God Bless America. God God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. All right. God bless America. That is the first song we start out with today. The next song that we are moving into is a little-known song. I had never heard of this song before, and this actually came up when I was looking up music that was patriotic from like the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, as those are the songs that I tend to enjoy singing. Obviously, there are many amazing patriotic songs, but they tend to be rock songs as well, country songs. But this song, this next song, is from a 1945 film that was 10 minutes long. So this song was definitely made, at the end of World War II as like it's an anti-fascist sentiment. And it is from the film The House I Live In. This song was, or this film, this 10-minute film, starred Frank Sinatra. And it is one of his songs it is one of his only songs that deals with patriotism that I could find. It was written by Brooke Atkinson, who now has a theater on Broadway. So he's pretty up there in terms of composers. What it is, the show itself, is basically a show that tries to define what it is to be American. So here we go. From the show, The House I Live In. This is called The House I Live In, sometimes referred to as What is America to Me? What is America to me? A name, a map, or a flag I see, a certain word, democracy. What is America to me? The house I live in, a plot of earth, a street, grocer and the butcher and the people that I meet, the children in the playground, faces that I see, all races, all religions, that's America to me. The place I work in, the worker at my side, the little town or city where my people lived and died, the howdy and the handshake, the air of feeling free, the right to speak my mind out. That's America to me. The things I see about me, the big things and the small, the little corner newsstand and the house a mile tall, the wedding and the churchyard, the laughter and the tears, the dream that's been a-growing for 150 years. The town I live in, the street house, the room, the pavement of the city, or a garden all in bloom. The church, the school, the clubhouse, the million lights I see, but especially the people. That's America to me. So I thought that was an interesting song. I'd never heard it before. It's a little speaky, right? There's a lot of speaking going on, or a lot of words in it. But he's trying to describe what makes America great. And for all of us, that's a little different. But in the end, it's the people that inhabit it that make up our community, our grocery mentions, the church, the school, all those people. All right, we're going to switch gears a little bit. This is a song that was written by some people that we've listened to before, but not from this show. Sorry, one second. Not from this show. This is from the show Miss Saigon, and it's written by the same writers who made Les Mis. So, for those of you who don't know, Miss Saigon is set in Vietnam. Also, if the sound or anything is distorted, please let me know. If the music is too quiet, so that I can adjust. But this is a song called Why God Why? And Miss Saigon is set right before the U.S. has to evacuate from Vietnam. And it follows the story. Well, it's set there. It has a split time frame, actually. The first act is set right then, and the second act is set maybe 5 to 10 years later. Probably, I think, about 8. Something like that. So this show, when this song is sung by the lead character. He's a private in the Army. Well, now he's a chauffeur. He used to be a private in the Army. And he left Vietnam, and he comes back to Vietnam because he doesn't really know how his life works. He doesn't really know where he fits into the world. And the Army and the military gave him that structure, that regiment, all of that. And so he comes back to Vietnam to try to find himself and try to figure out his life. And during that, he falls in love with this Vietnamese woman. And this song is sung the night that they meet. This is sung the night that they meet, right before Chris, is his name, is ready to leave Vietnam. So he's ready to leave Vietnam, and then he falls in love with this woman. Without spoiling too much, because I think it's a very pretty show, and it's something that if you have the opportunity to see it, go ahead and take that. There was a tour that was supposed to be in Milwaukee. I had 2 friends on that tour, and it was supposed to come to Milwaukee right around now, mid-May. But of course, with COVID and everything, it unfortunately did not happen. So, in lieu of that, here is Why God Why from Miss Saigon. Why does Saigon never sleep at night? Why does this girl smell of orange trees? How can I feel good when nothing's right? Why is she cool when there is no breeze? Vietnam, don't give answers, do you, friend? Just questions that don't ever end. Why, God? Why today? I'm off on my way. There's nothing left here that I'll miss. Why send me now a night like this? Who is this girl in this rusty bed? Why am I back in this filthy room? Why is her voice ringing in my head? Why am I high on her cheap perfume? In hey, look, I mean you, no offense. But why does nothing here make sense? Why, God, show your hand? Why can't one guy understand? I've been with girls who knew much more. I've never felt confused before. What's your plan? I can't help her. No one can. I liked my memories as they were, but now I'll leave remembering her. When I went home before, no one talked of the war. What they knew from TV didn't have a thing to do with me. I went back and re-upped. Sure, Saigon is corrupt. It felt better to be here driving for the embassy. 'Cause here if you can pull a string, a guy like me lives like a king. Just as long as you don't believe anything. Why such beauty in this place? I liked my memories as they were, but now I'll leave remembering her. Just her. So that it was Why God Why from Miss Saigon. Sorry about that for the audio levels. I hope that I fixed it. Hopefully it's okay. Hope you guys are enjoying today's songs. The next song we're going to go with is actually not from a show about war or about anything of the sort, although war is actually a line in the show. They do mention that. But this is... We're going back to Phantom of the Opera. I know a lot of people love this show. I love this show. One of the first shows that a lot of people are introduced to. because it is so iconic. But this song I thought was appropriate as a song for those who have lost someone in combat. It is Memorial Day, after all, and we do want to remember those in memoriam, those that have gone before us. And I thought that this song could be used as a way to describe how people feel during their loved ones going to war. So this song is Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again, from Phantom of the Opera. You were once my one companion. You were all that mattered. You were once a friend and father. Then my world was shattered. Wishing you were somehow here again. Wishing you were somehow near. Sometimes it seemed if I just dreamed, somehow you would be here. Wishing I could hear your voice again, knowing that I never would. Dreaming of you won't help me to do all that you dreamed I could. Passing bells and sculpted angels, cold and monumental, seem for you the wrong companions. You were warm and gentle. Too many years fighting back tears. Why can't the past just die? Wishing you were somehow here again, knowing we must say goodbye. Try to forgive, teach me to live, give me the strength to try. No more memories, no more silent tears, no more gazing across the wasted years. Help me say goodbye. Help me say goodbye. So Wishing You Were Somehow Here Again, from Phantom of the Opera. Beautiful, beautiful song. That is sung by Christine in the show. Christine Daae, the lead, the main female in the show. And she's singing it at her father's grave. Her father, who was the person who inspired that character to become a performer and to embrace art. and she's singing at his grave, asking him for forgiveness, for release, for all these different things. Very pretty song. All right, so that is the second to last song of our patriotic section. This last song is a classic song about America. This song is probably most known for Ray Charles's rendition, but it was originally written in 1895 by a woman. Well, the lyrics are by a woman. So, I mean, in 1895, that's pretty amazing, considering how difficult it was for a woman to assert her place in the world or in America. And this was written by Catherine Lee Bates with music by Samuel A. Ward. So Samuel A. Ward wrote the music, actually, in 1883, and then Catherine Bates put the lyrics on top of it in 1895. Oh, hi, Callie. Hi, Mel. Good to see you. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you everyone again for tuning in on this Memorial Day, well, pre-Memorial Day show. So this is America the Beautiful. And again, it was written in the late 1800s in New Jersey. And of course, it is to commemorate everything that makes America so fantastic. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of... Whoa, sorry about that. Grain. Let's start that one more time. My internet cut out for a moment. We're going to start one more and try that without internet cutting out. One more time. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for pilgrim feet whose stern impassioned stress a thoroughfare for freedom beat across the wilderness. America, America, God mend thy every flaw. Confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in law. Oh, beautiful for patriot's dream that sees beyond the years. Thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. So that was America the Beautiful, with 3 verses, 2 of which I bet you've never heard before. I would think. Usually when anybody sings that song, it's just the first verse, and maybe they repeat it. But it's interesting, I think, to hear what, they talk about pilgrims' feet marching towards freedom, and the alabaster cities, things that I think a lot of maybe immigrants or different people thought of when coming to America. What does America stand for? What does it promised? What life could you attain in America? So that wraps up the Memorial Day songs. Coming up next, we're going to do 2 requests that I prepared for today. These requests, the first one came in again from Grandma, who's got just request after request after request, and I love it because it allows me to learn this new music. Now, this is a song that I've heard before, and I think you probably have too. Once again, we're going back to Old Blue Eyes himself. Now, he didn't write this song, as with all of Sinatra's music. He really didn't write. He wasn't a composer. But this song was written for him. Let me double check that. It was written actually it was recorded in 1965, and it was composed in 1961 by Irvin Drake. And he recorded it for a guy named he composed it for a guy named Bob Shane, but nobody really listened to that one. Maybe people did at the time, but it wasn't popularized until, of course, Sinatra came. And if Sinatra attached his name to something, it was something that everybody wanted to listen to and wanted to be a part of. I'm looking up Irvin Drake here. He also wrote the song I Believe, and I don't believe that I've ever heard that song. It was introduced on a TV show. Jane Froman, maybe Grandma, I don't know, somebody. Is in the 50s, so it was a while ago now. But this song It Was a Very Good Year. And this song is actually something that I was first introduced to on The Simpsons once again. In the show, Homer sings about, instead of "it was a very good year," it was a very good beer, of course. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. This is "It Was a Very Good Year" by Frank Sinatra. Well, popularized by Frank Sinatra. When I was 17, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for small town girls and soft summer nights. We'd hide from the lights on the village green when I was 17. When I was 21, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for city girls who lived up the stairs with all that perfumed hair, and it came undone when I was 21. When I was 35, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for blue-blooded girls of independent means we'd ride in limousines. Their chauffeurs would drive when I was 35. But now the days are short. I'm in the autumn of my years, and now I think of my life as vintage wine from fine old kegs. From the brim to the dregs, it poured sweet and clear. It was a very good year. So it was a very good year by Frank Sinatra, reminiscing about his life, as we all tend to do from time to time. Let me just pull up. Didn't Frank sing this for his induction into the Kennedy Center? I think you're right. I believe there's video of him doing that. I didn't watch that video, but I know I saw a link on YouTube to it. So I think he did. All right. Coming up next is another recommendation, or rather request, from Tammy Dutsey. I think this is request number 3 that I've gotten to put in, and she has many more, so don't you worry, and all of her requests are fantastic. I love them all. This one is a classic Andy Williams song, or rather, again, Andy Williams made it popular. It makes me think of Wicked. But this song was popularized by Andy Williams, and, well, one person, but also by Audrey Hepburn in the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, which I have never seen. So correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe that that's where it was popularized. That I don't know which came first. I'm not certain. If Andy Williams did it after the movie or if the movie did it first. Let's see here. Andy Williams released it in 1961. So did he release it as a follow-up to the movie? Because they both are 1961. So I don't know. I'm not certain. But Moon River was composed. So let's see here. So let me just fact check myself here. No fake news here. So it was originally composed by Henry Mancini with lyrics by Johnny Mercer. It was performed in 1961 by Audrey Hepburn in the movie, and then Andy Williams recorded a song in the following year, in 1962. So this song won the Grammy Award for Record of the Year, or it won for Song of the Year. It won all sorts of that. Yeah, Tammy is a top fan. She's good. I need to like put her picture up next to me somewhere, maybe like right here, because she has been just doing an awesome job with the recommendations. And so once Mancini, this was like his first big song. Once he did that, he went on to continue doing music for movies and film for a while. He ended up winning 4 Academy Awards. He won a Golden Globe and 20 Grammys. So he was pretty accomplished. Let's see. So he actually is the writer of the Pink Panther theme. So between that and this, those are probably his 2 most famous. So the version that I will be performing is Andy Williams' version. Believe it or not, I'm not exactly the Audrey Hepburn type. Pretty close, but you know, I think I still have. She's a little different than me. So this is Moon River. Moon River, wider than a mile. I'm crossing you in style someday. Dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and me. Now you have backup singers. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker, wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and me. All right, well, that was Moon River. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, I'm dancing for Bridget. Moon River, wider than a bend. You got to get those big scoops in there if you're going to do Andy Williams. I should have done it in the style of Andy Williams. Wider than a bend. Da-da. You know, he's always full voice. I'm not, just being silly. All right. So I hope you enjoyed all the songs I prepared for you today. Our last song to close us out tonight is a song for all of those who served. Again, we are going to come back to this patriotic theme before Memorial Day. It's a very, very beautiful song. Now, this song is one that I am certain that everybody has heard of once, twice, 10 times in their life. It was originally published in 1779. It was the words were written by an English poet. His name was John Newton. Oh, Mom says great choices. Thank you, Mom. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad you're all enjoying it. So he was conscripted into the Royal Navy, and he wrote this after his conversion. But this song is definitely religious in nature, but it speaks to opening up oneself and opening up one's eyes to truth in whatever you deem that to be. And this was his way of expressing that, how he now felt aware of who he was and where his path should go. So this song, of course, that I'm referring to is Amazing Grace. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Sorry, one second. It did that again with the internet. I apologize. the internet cut out and then it reloaded. We'll try it one more time. We'll start from the beginning. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found, was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. The Lord has promised good to me. His word my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. All right. So I hope you enjoyed that last version with all the verses of Amazing Grace. Thank you once again for watching. Thank you for spending this time with me, for your suggestions, for your comments. I love reading the comments as I'm singing. It's one of those awesome things that, since I can't see you, I can at least get that feedback from you, and I just really appreciate it. And I appreciate everyone that is, like I said, that is watching. But again, thank you especially to all of those who have served in our armed forces. The sacrifice and the amount of strength and courage that takes is immense. And it's and I know I thank you, and I'm sure that everybody who's watching thanks you as well. So I hope you all have a happy and a safe Memorial Day. I wish we could spend it together in person. Maybe we can all have Zoom parties or whatever we can, so that we can spend that time at least in virtual space. Anyways, have a wonderful night, and I will see you not next Wednesday, but this coming Wednesday at 7:30 with a new theme. If you have any themes or if you have any requests, please send them my way. You can leave them in the comments now. You can add a comment to the video. You can email me. You can text me. You can direct message me on Instagram. You could send a carrier pigeon if you have one. Whatever method you have, go ahead and send it to me so that I can add them to the list. Maybe one day if I have enough, I'll just do all requests. for one day. Who knows? That could be the theme. But again, have a wonderful night. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and I will see you on Wednesday at 7:30. Gute Nacht, but good night, everyone. It's very loud. Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright, you look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Let's see if I know it in German. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, du grüßt mich jeden Morgen. Freu ich mich, seh ich dich und vergess meine Sorgen. Früh die Heimatland schön und weiß, blühst wie die Sterne. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, ach, ich hab dich so gern.